Imagine if you could follow thousands of cells over time. You could watch them without influencing the way that they behave. Now imagine you could do that for 96 wells and many different cell populations. You could look at how those cells behave. You could look at how they interact. That's what Livecyte does. Livecyte uses a form of computational imaging called tychography. This produces quantitative phase images that look like bright cells on dark background. That allows us to automatically process those cells, identify the cell outlines, and follow each individual cell over time. With Livecyte, you can characterize and monitor the phenotypic behavior of even sensitive cells and how that changes over time. Livecyte has a very simple user interface that allows the user to set up a time-lapse experiment right through from defining what's in your wells through to how often you image the cells. It allows you to set up fluorescence channels as well as phase image channels. And this allows you to look at functionally specific behavior as well as the dynamic behavior of the cells themselves. If you imagine you're following thousands of cells in 96 wells, that's an awful lot of data. That amount of information is difficult to digest. So we've developed dashboards to help you pull out the relationships more easily between the different populations of cells. Livecyte measures dry mass. This is effectively the amount of biomass in a cell. So with our proliferation dashboard, we can independently measure proliferation from cell growth. And this is important for characterizing disease states such as cancer. Livecyte tracks individual cells. That means that we can characterize not only how fast a cell moves, but also the way that it moves. That enables us to overcome the limitations of both conventional scratch wound and random motility assays. Livecyte's Morphology dashboard allows us to measure and compare the texture and the shape of individual cells. This enables us to characterize things like stem cell differentiation and look at heterogeneous populations of cells such as primary cells. Livecyte's label-free imaging is great. It allows you to follow individual cells, but sometimes you also need to put fluorescence in there. You might want to look at protein expression over time. You might want to look at functionally specific behavior of cells, or even looking at fluorescently labeled subpopulations within a culture. Livecyte's correlative fluorescence capabilities allows you to do exactly that with up to 7 different fluorescence channels. Livecyte's installed in customer institutions around the world, and we've had some great feedback from our user base. Livecyte is a high-content live cell assay system, not just a label-free imaging system.